Hello, my name is Daniel Miller, and I'm speaking to you on behalf of the Texas Nationalist Movement. My message is directed at Al-Qaeda and those who would do the work of Al-Qaeda in Texas. It's important that you listen carefully to what I tell you because your very survival is at stake. Behind me is a building that someone who claims to be one of your operatives attempted to bomb this week. This building is located in Dallas, Texas. Now, had he succeeded, the death toll of innocent Texas civilians would have been staggering. However, he was foiled in his attempt because he is merely an idiot. This man, and I use the word man in the broadest of terms, is named Hussam Samadi. He is a 19-year-old from Jordan who illegally entered Texas from Mexico because of the failed border policy of Washington, D.C. His purpose for being here was to commit violent jihad, and he stated that he was a soldier of Osama bin Laden. Whether he is actually a member of Al-Qaeda or just someone who is stupid enough to claim that he is, the fact that killing Texans even crossed his mind shows that you all need a bit of an education on exactly who we are. So listen up and learn. Your life might depend on it. Let me tell you about Texas. The name of our country came from the native word Tejas, which means friendship. Texas has always been friendly to those who respect us. However, when we have been threatened by tyrants and thugs, we have dealt with it in a way that teaches those in the future, those that are not mentally defective, that it's not smart to mess with Texas. So if you think you're the first to attack Texas, then you are misinformed. You see, Texas has had to deal with would-be tyrants and terrorists who kill our citizens before, and they have all paid a wicked price. In 1836, the Mexican dictator Santa Anna invaded Texas, much like Samadi. At the Alamos, Santa Anna attacked and killed all 180 Texans, but it cost him 1,500 of his troops. He chased Sam Houston and the Texan army to San Jacinto, and the Texans crushed his army. The Texans lost 9 men. Santa Anna lost over 600. You see, these are our martyrs. During the Mexican-American War, General Zachary Taylor gave orders to Jack Hayes to raise 4 regiments of Texas Rangers to go to Mexico. The Mexicans knew these men as Los Diablos Tejanos, and they were greatly feared and hated. As they rode into Mexico City, the locals hurled insults at them, and when 3 of the men threw rocks, they were immediately shot. When General Taylor asked Hayes about the incident, Hayes replied, "No one can impose on my men." Taylor told Hayes that American soldiers were being killed every night in some cities. The Rangers laid traps for the guilty parties, and when it was finished, 83 insurgents died, and not one Ranger was lost, and the killing of soldiers ceased. Santa Anna's butchery, much like that of Al-Qaeda, was heard of throughout Texas and inspired many Texans to take up arms for the cause. Eventually, Santa Anna turned himself in to the U.S. Army because he was so afraid of what the Texans would do to him if they captured him. You see, this is an example that you may wish to follow if you decide to take up arms against Texas. As a matter of fact, if any of you are planning such action, it is advisable that you go to the nearest police station and turn yourself in for your own safety. As you can see, Texans have a way of dealing with those who inflict suffering on us. Is this really a path that you want to follow? We have seen the Al-Qaeda propaganda videos that you put out, and we know exactly how you operate. Here, you could be seen training for violent jihad on monkey bars. In Texas, we reserve monkey bars for small children. And here, you can be seen training with guns. Here in Texas, there's an average of 8 guns for every man, woman, and child that lives here. And, as you can see, we teach our children how to use guns from a very young age. Now, this message is not meant to intimidate or threaten. It's merely to inform you. As we would do with any petulant child who would dance on the precipice of danger, we have to warn you of the consequences that you will face if you actually do attack Texas. While you may have doubts about the resolve of the United States government to track you down and exact justice for terrorist attacks, given what I have shared with you thus far, you should have no doubts about the resolve of Texans to turn you into martyrs. For those contemplating such an attack on Texas, this next statement will probably be the most important thing that you will ever hear in your life. So listen. Texas is close to gaining its independence and will again stand as a nation among nations. If you were to execute an attack on Texas and by some outside chance were able to wade through your ineptitude and succeed, we will be unrestrained in our pursuit of justice. We will find you, your comrades, and anyone who gave you support, comfort, and aid, and we will teach you in a very real and personal way the meaning of Los Diablos Tejanos. So now, you've been warned. You've learned who we Texans are. You've learned that what we're capable of. In peace, we're friends. And in war, we are the worst enemies that you will ever face. So while you're sitting in your cave or hovel in whatever third world cesspool that you call home, I would urge you to reflect on this and consider it a teachable moment. Now, leave us alone. No one can impose on us, especially not a band of thugs bent on the destruction of freedom.
Hey, you know, we won't be satisfied. Your hatred's dead and your people are fried. Your head's on a stick and your balls are in a sling. If I were president, if I were president, hey, one thing you can't deny, your sorry ass is gonna die. If I